People shouldn't have to feel like everything's going to be stolen all the time.
Online shopping is a convenient way to order items you may want or need and then find them on your doorstep. But a couple in South Fargo neighborhood is warning neighbors that someone may be stealing packages. Valley News Team's Molly Casey spoke with the couple to find out what went missing and what they plan to do next.
You don't feel safe about anything.
Christy Brovold and her husband often receive deliveries for items they've ordered online. Brovold typically tracks the deliveries on her phone, but this time she says they never knew the items arrived.
I called the company and they said, well, they were delivered. And I said, no, we never received anything.
UPS and FedEx confirmed the deliveries were made around 6 p.m., just after the couple had gone to dinner. Brovold checked the porch again, but knew the packages were gone.
There's $80-some gone.
I was expecting two jerseys, Vikings jersey and a Philadelphia Eagles jersey.
Ron Brovold had ordered 2 special edition jerseys and says he was upset when he found out the packages had been stolen.
Spent 31 years in the military. I just don't have time for people that think they can take someone else's property.
The couple reported the stolen packages to the police, but say they no longer feel safe having deliveries made to their home.
It just makes you feel like, do I want to even order anymore online too?
The Brovolds say they may invest in a post office box in the future, but hope the thief is eventually caught.
I hope that they someday realize what they're doing.
From Fargo, Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
The Brovolds say others in the area have reported packages missing as well, but say their items are being replaced by the company they ordered from. Police say this serves as an important reminder about home security. For more tips to protect your home and belongings, go to this story on valleynewslive.com. And if you need help uncovering fraud and corruption in your community, call us on our whistleblower hotline at 701-237-6576 and then leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. Coming up after weather, this man is in jail after last night's chase with police in Moorhead, but apparently he wasn't supposed to be on the streets in the first place. Plus, for the first time, the man who claims a Crookston priest molested him and that the church tried to cover it up let Valley News Live into his home. We hear from him in just a few moments. But first, Robert, it was a quiet day for us, somewhat breezy. When will we see our next chance for rain?
Yeah, a quiet day today, but we'll see some things to become unquiet as we head through the overnight hours. Live look outside on the Coronado.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team Skycam network. Some lights lighting up some softball fields out there, and we've had some warm temperatures today, and we haven't cooled down much this evening. It's still 75 here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. That moisture really increasing at 5 o'clock earlier today. Dew point only 42, now up to 64. So getting sticky out there, and we're going to see lots of heat and humidity as we head through the day tomorrow. Good chance for some showers and storms as we head through not only tonight, but through the day tomorrow. Winds still on the breezy side, southeast at 8, gusting over 15 miles per hour. 63 up in Langdon, 64 Devil's Lake, 73 down in Wahpeton, also 73 in the Fergus Falls area. Winds, they're going to be a bit on the breezy side tonight, and they'll kick up just a bit as we head through the day tomorrow, primarily out of the south and southeast, but a cool front right about here. Northerly winds into Devil's Lake, and that front is going to take its time moving on in. About the southeastern 2/3 of the valley. Going to be a warm one tomorrow, but Devil's Lake Basin, it's going to be kind of chilly. Highs only in the upper 50s and low 60s as we head through the day tomorrow. Some cloudiness out there increasing as moisture increases across the area, but underneath the clouds, not a whole lot going on. A few showers up in northern Minnesota, and we'll look for some showers and thunderstorms to develop primarily across the southern valley very late tonight and early tomorrow morning. Not a whole lot going on right now. Northern Plains pretty quiet. Off towards the west, some rain showers and some snow showers in the higher elevations. Some winter weather advisories in effect for many of the higher elevations out here for anywhere from 5 to 10 inches of snow. Off towards the east, just a few showers in the southeastern U.S. And well off to the southeast, Hurricane Maria just a touch stronger than earlier this evening, up to 125-mile-per-hour winds approaching the Turks and Caicos Islands. They can eventually turn to the north-northwest and then north, and then eventually curve out to sea. Hopefully, at least that's what the models are hinting at right now. For us, as we head through the overnight hours tonight, we will see the increase in those clouds, chance for an isolated shower across the north, but better chances later on across the south. There they are. There's some showers and thunderstorms to develop and quickly move off toward the east. One or two of those storms could be strong and perhaps an isolated severe storm. Then a break in the action with a few isolated sprinkles around during the afternoon. And then later on in the evening, a chance for more showers and thunderstorms to develop. And some of these could be strong and perhaps severe. And because of that, Storm Prediction Center has put much of the area in a slight risk. The rest of the area in a marginal risk for severe storms. In all areas, some damaging winds, damaging hail possible. And in the slight risk area, maybe an isolated tornado. Here in Fargo, we'll start off the day with cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 60s. By lunchtime, warming it on up into the low 70s, and later on in the day, upper 70s, and a chance for those strong and severe storms to show up later on in the evening. Picture of the day. Thanks so much to Tiffany for sending this in. A spiderweb bolt of lightning in Comstock, Minnesota. Going to use that as the backdrop to our 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, a stormy day, and over the weekend, much cooler fall-like weather with temperatures in the 50s and 60s. With a good chance of rain. Some areas could see some locally heavy rain over the next 3 days.
So as mentioned, if you're going to go out and tailgate, make sure you bring your umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
Dress warm.
It is probably going to be a little bit breezy out there as well. So, yeah, bundle up as you head on out there.
All right. Thanks, Robert.
You got it.
And the man arrested in a high-speed chase last night in Moorhead is no stranger to law enforcement. 39-year-old Hector Flores is accused of driving more than 100 miles per hour away from officers. Flores is facing a felony charge. However, prosecutors say he wasn't supposed to be out on the street anyway. We pulled his criminal history, which is pages long. He was guilty multiple times of domestic assault, violating a protection order, selling drugs, and assault with a deadly weapon causing injury. We asked the prosecutor handling Wednesday night's police chase how Flores was able to get out of jail with so many outstanding warrants. He told us Flores wasn't supposed to be out. We tried calling Clay County prosecutor Brian Melton multiple times. He has not called us back yet. The West Fargo Police Department is investigating after an area police officer's vehicle was shot up. Police say it happened around 11:30 Tuesday night. They say someone fired about 4 shots into the officer's personal vehicle, and it had damaged the rear and front windshields. No one was in the vehicle at the time and no one was hurt. However, West Fargo police are asking that anyone with information give them a call at 433-5500. New information tonight about an alleged sexual abuse cover-up in the Crookston Diocese. For the first time, the man who claims he was sexually abused in the 70s and then told to never let anyone know shares personal details with Valley News Live. Ron Vasic says he was molested on a church trip, and then decades later, when he was told the church, they tried to cover it up. Now he's sharing his story because he's concerned there could be more abuse victims.
If there's somebody out there that has been abused by a priest that's afraid to come forward, they can contact me, and I will help them get through this situation because I know what it's like. I've been there. I've lived it.
To see the full story and see the diocese response, head over to valleynewslive.com. People in the community are still coming together, healing in remembrance of Savannah Graywind. She's the young woman whose body was found near the Red River last month. As you just heard, Savannah's death sent shockwaves throughout the region, and today a ceremony was held in Fargo trying to bring healing and closure to those impacted. Savannah was pregnant at the time of her disappearance, and her baby, Hazley Joe, was recovered at the apartment complex where she was last seen. Hazley Joe's father, Ashton Matheny, was granted full custody. 2 people have been arrested in relation to Savannah's death. We're also following a developing story on the international stage tonight. The war of words between President Trump and Kim Jong-un is once again ramping up, with reports that North Korea may test a hydrogen bomb in the Pacific Ocean. This is reportedly in direct response to President Trump's threat to, quote, totally destroy the North earlier today at the United Nations. Trump signed an executive order mandating additional sanctions on North Korea, which he today called a rogue criminal regime. Kim Jong-un responded by referring to Trump as a, quote, frightened dog, among other things. Facebook says it will turn over the contents of 3,000 ads brought by a Russian agency to congressional investigators. Today's move comes as the company faces growing pressure from members of Congress to release the content of the ads. Facebook has already released the ads to federal authorities investigating Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. But the leaders of the Senate Intelligence Committee have been trying to bring Facebook executives before their committee since the company first revealed the existence of the ads just 2 weeks ago. Aaron Hernandez's lawyer says the former New England Patriots brain showed severe signs of the degenerative brain disease that's showing up in a majority of professional football players. The director of Boston University's Chronic Traumatic Encephalopathy Center confirmed that Hernandez suffered from an advanced stage of the disease known as CTE. Hernandez had been sentenced to life prison for the murder of a semi-pro football player, but was then later found dead in his cell earlier this year. The disease can be caused by repeated head trauma and leads to symptoms like violent mood swings, depression, and other cognitive difficulties. And injuries like those suffered by Hernandez have been a major concern for parents in recent years. Now, a new study suggests that the consequences of hits to the head could be even more severe for the youngest of athletes. Valley News Team's Clint DeRose talks with coaches whose kids play the sport to get their take on the issue.
The study by researchers at Boston University showed an increased risk of behavioral and cognitive problems for those that started playing football before they turned 12. In fact, those kids showed twice the risk of behavioral issues and 3 times the risk of depression. The research has been the cause of a lot of concern among parents, but coaches are quick to point out some of the shortcomings of the study.
One of the things about this study is that all their subjects played football back in the 70s when they were that age.
Daniel Gunderson coaches a team out of West Fargo and is the father of a youth football player himself. Assistant coach Tim Orness also has an 11-year-old who plays, and both feel safe having their kids in the sport. They believe that improved techniques and equipment help prevent a lot of the heavy damage suffered by previous generations.
These are the same kind of helmets you're going to see NDSU players wear on Saturdays and NFL players wear on Sundays.
When I played, even in high school, that we were always tackling with our head down. We thought we could, basically spear them with our helmet. Today, we're not doing any of that. It's all heads up.
The coaches also think that practice with safer hitting techniques carries over to football at higher levels when players get faster and hits get harder.
When we instill proper technique at a young age, I think that's going to help the longevity of these kids and how long they're able to play the sport.
Some assurance that they hope will alleviate concerns for parents with frayed nerves. In West Fargo, Clint DeRose, Valley News Live.
Coach Gunderson also says that players aren't asked to tough it out like they were in the past, adding that each player is assessed after a big hit to make sure that they're healthy. Remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. That way you can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. Well, there's a new CW giveaway we want to remind you about. It's a VNL VIP Fargo 4 Suite Night experience on November 4th. All you have to do to register to win is head over to valleynewslive.com and click on the contest tab. You'll get the chance to hang out with us, the Valley News Live crew, while also enjoying some hockey. The deadline to register is on October 30th at noon. All the single moms out there, Fargo Auto Shop wants to give you a break. The promotion